Practical Task 3.2 of SIT 232. I will walk through how I approached each question step by step, then show the program running. So first thing I did in this task was I changed the account class from task 2.2 and improved the deposit and withdrawal method. Originally, the deposit method did not return anything. The task said I need to validate the input and return a boolean. So I changed the return type from void to bool. Here you can see the logic was very simple. If the amount is greater than 0, then I will add it to the balance and return true, meaning the deposit was successful. Otherwise, I will return false, which stated that it failed. This way, the caller always know if the operation worked or not. Next, we will move on to the withdrawal method. The withdrawal, I had to keep in mind two things, that the amount must be greater than 0 and the amount can't be more than the current balance. If both the conditions are true, I subtract from the balance and return true, otherwise I will return false. So basically, question one was mainly about adding validation and changing the return type of these two methods. Next, let's move on to question two. So this is my question two. Question two asked me to create an enum called menu option. As you can see here, I've created it, and a method called read user option. So for the enum, I place the enum outside the band system uh, class and the task as the task required. If it has four values: withdraw, deposit, print, and quit, as you can see here in the exact order, because enum starts from 0 by default. So withdraw maps to 0, deposit to 1, print to 2, and quit to 3. The reason the order matters is because later I converted the user input, which is 1 to 4, into enum by subtracting 1. So when the user press 1, I subtract 1 and get 0, which states withdraw. Next, let's move on to read user option. So in this method uses a do while loop, as we can see here. It shows the menu first, then reads the user input. I use in tryparse instead of convert to in 32 because tryparse doesn't crash if the user types letter. It just returns false and I handle it gracefully. The loop keeps repeating as long as the choice is less than 1 or greater than 4. Once a valid number is entered, I converted it to a menu option by casting and return it. So let's move on to question 3. Question 3 is the complete final program. It combines everything from question 2 and 1 and adds to full working eval. So basically, let's move on to the main method. As you can see here, in the main method, I first took the account holder name and the initial balance from the user. I used a while loop with try parse for the balance, so that if someone types invalid input, the program asks again instead of crashing. Then I created the count object and entered a do while loop that keeps running and until the user selects quit. Here I have used switch. Inside the loop, I called read user input to get the user choice, then use a switch statement to call the right method. Each case maps to one menu option value. Then I have had do deposit, do uh, withdraw, and do print. So let me explain you all this. Do deposit asks the user for the amount, validates it with tryparse, then passes it to the account's deposit method. It uses the boolean return value to print either a success or a failure message. Then we come to do withdraw. Do withdraw works exactly the same way, but calls withdraw instead. If the amount is more than the balance or invalid, the account returns false and the user sees a failure message. Print simply calls the print method on the account, which shows the name and the balance. Now let's run the program. Sorry for the delay. So I have entered, let me run it again. So I will enter my name here. Let's try and enter a balance that is in minus. It has given invalid input and has handled the error correctly. Now let's enter a valid entry. Let me give it 5,000. So now I will choose something from this menu. Let's not choose 1 to 4. Let's enter 5 here. It had asked me to enter the number again as it was invalid. So let me enter 1. You select withdraw. Now I will enter the amount. Let me withdraw 6,000 from this. Withdraw failed. Check your balance or amount. As the amount is greater than the current amount, it has stated withdraw failed. Let me again enter withdraw and enter a valid amount. Let me enter 500 here. So withdraw was successful. Now let me deposit money. Let's try depositing a minus. The deposit should be greater than 0. So let me deposit again. Now the deposit was successful. Now let's print it. My balance is shown that it's 9,500. Then I will quit. Thank you. This was my whole program.